A very strange beast, covered mainly in scales, swam deep in the ocean, even deeper than whales. It swam with the currents, it swam through the cold, it swam along a trail that was ancient and old. With its big eyes of yellow piercing the dark, the beast spied nearby a mouth wide apart. It was the mouth of a trawler net, massive and strong, pulled over the seabed on steel ropes so long. Capturing everything, both alive and dead, the net churned, destroying wherever it spread. The net caught the beast in its mesh so tight, where it struggled and fought with all of its might. But the net of the trawler then snagged on a rock, luckily tearing a big hole, just like in a sock. Seeing this chance, sure it was his last, the beast escaped through the hole and swam away fast. But he was confused and hurt as he swam, and soon he became lost as a lamb. Now, many years later, in a land far away, he had somehow survived, but was now old and grey. He could barely remember his lucky escape after fighting so hard and challenging fate. He'd fled the wide ocean with its waters so deep, only to get mixed up and lost in this strange river to weep. And that was where, one sunny autumn day, he was finally found by a little girl at play. Her name was Hilary. She had just turned 10. She was down by the river with her daddy and Ben. It was early in the morning, with a chill in the air. No one was around, and the riverbanks were bare. Daddy took away Ben to play on the swings, leaving Hilary alone to think all sorts of things. When all of a sudden came a big splash nearby. Had something fallen into the river from out of the sky? Hilary was curious, so she looked and stared. Was there something under the water that looked back and glared? She could see something big there, as big as a car, but the water wasn't clear as she looked from afar. Then a strange voice sounded inside her head.
I know you can hear me, but don't be afraid,
the strange voice said. Hilary stood shocked. How could this be? I'm alone on the bank, but someone's talking to me. Then the voice came again, straight into her ears.
You're very special. You're the first to see and hear me in all of these years.
Hilary's thoughts fizzed like shaken up beer. But who are you, and what are you, and why are you here?
Why, I'm just me, I suppose. Who else would I be? And I have to admit, I prefer just being me. As for what? Well, I'm a dragon, can't you see? I like to think I'm a very special one. It's just so great being me. But for years I've been lost, wondering just why I'm here. Then I meet you, Hilary, and suddenly it's clear. You fixed my memory. You show me the way. Now I remember everything, just as clear as day. I remember my powers and much magic to boot. But best of all, I remember just how to scoot.
Scoot? Thought Hilary. What a strange thing to say. What is it? Is it special? Is it how dragons play?
Scoot? It's like a magical trick. It's what makes us dragons so fantastically quick. I just wink and blink with a tail slap or two, and suddenly I'm far away where skies are so blue. Then a grunt and a huff, and I'm straight on my way to any place else I might fancy to stay.
Oh, please show me how. I'll be a good girl. It sounds so much fun. Please say you will. Dragon then paused and thought for a bit. He wrinkled his eyebrows and he chewed on his lip.
I guess meeting you has set me free from this muddy old river in London's Putney. And scooting is quick, so it should be all right. As long as you remember, Hilary, to hold on tight.
Then, just like magic, Dragon was by Hilary's side. He was still dripping wet from the cold river's tide. She climbed up on his back, holding on tight. His skin was rough, but his scales were bright. It's gone quite cold now. My nose is turning red. Is there somewhere we can go where it's warmer instead? Dragon blinked and winked and slapped his tail, and they were gone, not leaving a trail. They had hardly gone anywhere when suddenly they arrived. It was somewhere burning hot and very, very dry.
There we are. A big sandy desert where it's so hot to tread. There, this is somewhere warmer, just like you said. See the pyramids and the camels and a few dry old bones in this great sea of sand where we sit all alone.
But I'm boiling and sweating. It's too hot by far. Let's go somewhere cooler, please. I'm melting like tar. So Dragon blinked and winked and slapped his tail, and they were gone, not leaving a trail. A second later, and they landed in snow, like two snowmen scarecrows with nowhere to go. The snow was so deep, so cold, and so white. Ice glittered everywhere, so shiny and bright.
There, this is much cooler. Don't you agree? Look, even the penguins are happy. See, they're dancing with glee.
But it's too cold, said Hilary. I'm turning so blue. If we don't move soon, I'll freeze right through. Need to warm up, but leave the desert alone. There has to be somewhere else where I'll feel more at home. So Dragon blinked and winked and slapped his tail, and they were gone, not leaving a trail. Hilary winced hard, her eyes opened wide. She was dripping with sweat now all down her side. She could see plants and trees and strange leaves too, and it was hot and steamy like a big green stew.
Welcome to the jungle. This is much warmer, don't you think? Look, even the snakes are enjoying it as they slither and slink.
It's not warm, it's hot, and it's also so wet, and it's as sweaty and as smelly as it can possibly get. The creepy crawlies are horrible. They give me the shakes. Quick, please, can we go somewhere there are no snakes? So Dragon blinked and winked and slapped his tail, and they were gone, not leaving a trail. Then suddenly they were on top of a hill, looking down on a land that was so pretty and still. It was beautiful and warm, and a cool breeze blew, and Hilary cuddled Dragon as they admired the view. The sea sparkled blue, and the wheat rustled gold. The weather wasn't hot, and it certainly wasn't cold.
This is much better. It's warm, but not damp. And there are definitely no snakes on which to tramp.
Yes, let's stay here a while and rest where we are to enjoy the lovely view after travelling so far. But it didn't take long for Hilary to feel sad. She missed baby Ben, and she so missed her dad. Dear old Dragon, can we go back, please? I'm so missing my family under the autumn trees. The river may be cold and its empty banks bare, but I think I much prefer being back there. So Dragon blinked and he winked and he slapped his tail, and they were gone, not leaving a trail. In a blink they were back by the river in the sun. Nearby, Daddy carried Ben. Their playing was done. They couldn't see Dragon, only Hilary could do that. That's magic, she thought as she jumped off his back. She wished Dragon well as she said her goodbye, and Dragon thanked her too as he prepared to fly.
It's thanks to you, Hilary, I've remembered so fast, and it's because of you I'm now free at last. You may not see me, but I will always be nearby, ready to help and support you whatever you try. So, just call out my name and I'll be on my way, no matter where I am, no matter how far away.
Then a last blink, a last wink, and a last slap of his tail, and Dragon was gone, not leaving a trail. At home that night, after a nice hot bath, Hilary thought back on her adventure past. She had travelled by magic so far and wide, her friend the old dragon close by her side. She had seen the desert, the jungle, the snow. She had felt the heat, the cold, and the warm breeze blow. She had seen pyramids and camels, and she'd heard penguins call. But snuggled warm in her bed was the best of all.